Irvin.
Ah. Nice.
Irvin sending out the loves.
Oh, wow. You are very early, Erwin. Okay, let me just share it to my page. Just give me a sec there. So that we can have more friends joining us.
Thanks, Irvin, for the spamming, the like, and the love. I accept. Oh, put on the heart. Thank you. Woohoo! Sending back to you. Pew, 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 pew.
Okay.
Love is in the air, you're right. Love is in the air. Love is in the air. Oh, someone is falling in love. Fantastic.
Okay. Happy Monday, everyone. Sending out all the loves and concern to everyone out there.
Yes.
Hope things are fine with everyone.
Yes.
All right. Well. This new era. Is it really an endemic? Or is it an endless demic?
That's right. I was spending some time looking at the definition of endemic, pandemic.
And you have the self-made version of endless demic.
So, Andrea?
Yep.
It is going, what is our title for today?
New era with endemic COVID? Or maybe endless demic.
I see conversations of people sitting around talking about, wow, it's going to be over. It's going to be over.
Maybe not so soon.
So what's an endemic? Why do we say COVID-19 is endemic? Andrea, you got your dictionary and then we can share.
It just, wait, hang on. Nope, I don't have it with me. Regularly found among particular people or in a certain area, complacency is endemic in industry today. Yep, that's about it. Something that belongs to a particular people or country, an outbreak is a greater than anticipated increase in the number of endemic cases. Well, outbreak can become an epidemic.
So it's endemic in our country.
Yep. In fact,
actually, I saw the news today and I saw New Zealand and Australia, I think Sydney, how they opened the doors and they were hugging and how they talked about they practiced really strict controls until they were COVID-free, and then they were just to watch them hugging and kissing, so happy to see the family members.
And they are also opening up their travel bubble very soon. So that's absolutely amazing, because the amount of people that are very close to each other, and for whatever reasons that one party is here and another party is in another country. So let's look at a little bit more of us here.
Of us.
In current situation of your business. What can you do about it?
So recently I did a live, as in physical, face-to-face, and it felt really good. But then I came back, went home, and then I realized, wow, all the news, the increase and everything. And that time, Andrea, I thought, wow, of course, I know I have this thought that, wow, it's coming back. The physical is coming back. But then I read the news again. Then I hear my friends from India, from Bangladesh, they're telling me about the lockdown. Then I open the news. Whew,
you know what's interesting? Now that you share this view, right? So we have 2% on this Facebook Live, and both have got very, very different view about this same thing that you're talking about here. For me, I have a different thought, Claire, when you say that, hey, that fresh air of getting out there, that social activity and that meeting of people. For me, it's very different. I believe that I'm in a sharing and development business, of which what is going to allow that to happen. So it's irregardless whether it's online, offline, hugging, not hugging, to help people get through whatever that they need to get through. Whether it's some form of brainstorm, information, coaching, facilitation, whatever that mode of getting that message or helping people at this end. So as much as, yes, I agree with Claire on having that touch, having a nice cup of coffee and have a chat, it's great. It's just what's most needed now. So whether it's business decision or not, or whether it's health decision or not.
It's not so simple as to, the shift in the mindset takes time.
Yep.
Yeah. Of course, we are shifting. It's been a year, we are already online, we are live. I mean, we are online, yeah. But then, of course, it's like, that moment after 1 over year and you can taste the physical that has been already in your unconscious competence kind of thing, it comes back. But really, you've got to face reality. Yeah, like what you say. What is the reality?
Face reality, whether it's safety, health concern, or whether it's the urgency of getting certain things done in a business manner, then let's look at reality. And this reality this time, I would say it's here to stay.
Yes.
It's no longer where, okay, let's pivot. I think we have changed that word. It's now become a fixture in your business model.
Which one? The COVID-19 as a fixture?
the online virtual business, or that different model that you have on an online basis. Now it's a fixture. It's no longer, I think we started March 18, 2020 with the pivot word. Disruption, pivot, are you agile enough? Then we went from new norm to new era. And now the new era is here to stay. It's still happening now. We don't know it's going to now for how long. And it's becoming a serious business model that, for you to consider, to really look at it and put attention to it.
It has shifted a lot of buying patterns, buying powers, for sure.
Yep. So I was doing a lot of sharing over the last week, and whether it's on a voluntary platform or on a panel speaking platform, talking about all this shift, whether to young people that's graduating, or people that's existingly in a business, or even people that is wanting to venture their own and yet not too sure. So I was having this little chat with a friend who's also in business, and we spoke about this business plan that you have with regards to the virtual world now becomes like a fixed need to have two different sides of the business plan. So where the economy is still open in that sense, we're not in a full lockdown or anything like that. So you have your old business models and business plan, and then you have a virtual business model and business plan. It no longer becomes like, oh, because we need to pivot the distribution or the sales only. that's why we moved on to whatever e-commerce or whatever, not to just, it becomes like a full business plan that you can operate on virtual now. Something for you to consider.
So what if there are a lot of friends out there who are lost because they have no knowledge about this, how do they operate virtually?
All right. To get you started, have a chat with us. All right, have a chat with us. We have actually helped more than 50 business owners to look at ins and outs and in during this period of time. Prior to that, both Claire as well as myself together, we have clocked in more than 20 years of business experience. Yep. I would say it's even 25 years of experience.
Almost 40 years, my dear.
I mean, not count.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't date me so soon. We're talking about actual being in business ownership. You know, we clock in a total of more than like 30 years in experience. And the more recent, if you say that, hey, you know, what's our track record in the more recent 1 year, we have helped more than 50 business owners really look into how to get this moving about and going. That's probably the word. Yep. So, you know, connect with us, have a chat. We will also put up some calendars for our freebies to come in. Which have been done for a bit of time.
You know, it's important to have this conversation, all of you out there. It's not something that we that you want to, like, you know, just go with the flow and stay quiet. You know, you need to have a community to discuss about your business model. What are your challenges? You know, we have
whether even if you plan to stay on in employment or get out of employment, we don't know at this moment. However, you probably need to have a meaningful conversation with Claire or even myself and have a look what's going on.
And you want to have a good mental health, because if you don't take care and you just want to keep it quiet and, you know, and then you face, suddenly you've never faced it before, because you'll be facing outcomes that you've never faced before. You know, it can be rather risky if you are not risk adversant like me, okay, or you've never failed before, so-called. It can be really, it can just blow your mind off. So you've got to take care of yourself, and we are here.
So, Miss Claire, you mentioned a very important keyword, mental health. How do you prevent or how do you protect yourself where the world is filled with negativity at the moment?
See, unfortunately, you cannot just take a book and read. Be positive, and then ta-da, your mind becomes positive.
Then might as well just make a pill and then pop one pill and then, or one spray, and then I'm done.
I would say not so many are as privileged as me to go through so many failures. So that's why I'm built for it. Wow, it's so scary, yeah. Yeah. So I also learned, because even I can get into a mental health issue that's negative if I do not know how to share it out, talk it out, even though I've gone through a lot of failures, because it's a totally
it's never the same, right?
Never the same. You're right. Totally,
it's never the same. All our previous experience are never the same as compared to this one.
And it's not like I can go and refer to someone else, because they are also facing, never have this before, this experience, totally new. That's why we need a community to talk about it.
Having said that, right, in other words, whatever that happens, or your historical track record, prior to pandemic, probably have got to be erased off. And everybody actually start at ground zero.
Yeah, we also at ground zero. Correct. I love that.
The only thing that makes a difference is that in between we build up, you know, with a community and a group of people who truly trusted us to help them in that journey. And that's you know, that's the first step probably to get you going along. Yeah.
So I was gazing into this word endemic, pandemic, epidemic, you know. And then to realize that I actually had this thought that, okay, once you have the vaccine, you know, we are safe, you know, we'll look forward.
Not really.
Then when a message came out about the 40 of them who had the vaccine and they all had COVID, then it's something that, wow, this is just going to be endemic.
Yep. And not only that, the thing is that if you look at the business side of things, right, it's only beginning of where the bubble kind of like gotten hot.
You mean bubble not yet burst, you're saying?
It's like just before that. What I mean by that is this. Okay, so a lot of large corporate have been hanging on to their employees, hanging on to their business plan, hanging on to the business for the to all sorts of things for a very long period of time. Yeah. And what happens is that thereafter, right? So-called everything opens up. Really opens up. Or maybe it's only the beginning of a new brew of things. A new home bubble burst.
In fact, I hear now there are so many closing down and retrenchments, more than previously. So what's happening? The realization of,
this is not going to work out.
This model's not going to work. We thought we could hang on. And all these are not reported in our news.
And what probably happens is also employers have been like holding on to like, hey, you know, I can support the cash flow. I can support you for the next 1 year kind of thing. It's 1 year. I would probably have tightened up. Like I've got everything drained out of my system, drained out of that cash flow already. And what's next? Ta-dang.
So this is very, very serious. And we will talk about it because this is real. We're not going to hide facts from all of you.
Yep. We are not here to sing you the sweetest song, yeah?
We're not like, okay, we are positive thinkers, we can do it. Yahoo! You are the best. Continue. What is that? Continue what? Continue what?
What's next? What's the next chapter?
Time to write the new chapter.
Perhaps if you haven't ever written down such a, you know, essay for yourself or such a journaling for yourself, maybe take 3 to 5 pages to really write down. Script it down. What's your blueprint? May I challenge you to write down your blueprint? Take the time. 3 to 5 pages would be a nice length to let it flow. My personal suggestion is not to type because type doesn't really bring out that expression and that reflection in you. Perhaps write down, start journaling. Even if you're not someone who journals, grab some paper and just let it out. You just never know.
Because when you write down, it's also the law of attraction. You are going to attract what you actually wrote.
Yep. I absolutely believe in that.
You will attract the right people. You will attract the right things. Because you have just announced to the universe the plan.
I've just attracted one right in front of me after so long. I've never gotten to partner with someone that also talks about sales. It's always, people think that, hey, different niche, then you get along, right? Usually people think so. However, I also challenge that statement these days. People with the same niche, it's only when we when we really discuss and sit down and run through so many rounds that we only gotten to know thereafter that within sales itself as a topic, we have got differentiation, we have got different niche in between it too.
And we also believe the formula 1 + 1 = infinity.
Yep.
If I am alone, there is so much I can do. But honestly, when it's 1 + 1, all the ideas that come together, the mutation of the ideas, creative ideas, and the law of attraction, imagine 2 minds coming together. Poo.
And these days, because the you have, like I said earlier, you have two different business plan. You have the face-to-face business plan. You also have the social media business plan. You would need the partner and collaboration in order to complete the task. There's no. However, how many no's that I'm going to say that it cannot be made possible if you are alone.
So I also believe about timing in life. Everything has a timing, you know. So you may have a bad past, for example, about collaboration, but don't let that stop you in the future, because we need collaboration.
You just can't complete the task. Full stop. Between the two of us, we just cannot. Is it because you're slow? No, it's just because you cannot manage everything that's both indoor and outdoor. Let's put it this way. The social media alone is a job by itself already.
And as sales virus, just throw a stone to everybody. You can ask them, how important is sales? It's very important. It's the lifeblood of any business. So what does that mean?
Without sales, where comes the profit? Without profit, who pays for the overhead?
You can be the largest organization. We have seen it, okay?
Yep.
Largest, the biggest, the wealthiest. But the day that customers stop coming, the day that you stop selling, everyone has to go.
Yep. And that is why our program is actually named Sales Wiring Specialist. If you can see the logo behind Claire, that's our logo there. It has got a heart as well as a brain, because we are connecting both the heart as well as the mind. Meaning that at the end of the day, at core of what we do, we need to know why we do what we do. And that keeps us going.
That's right.
Yeah. Being however tough the time may be out there, that keep us going, that keep the fire there, and to have to run through these tough times, then the only way is have those why.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I love the word wiring, because our brain, we can unwire and rewire. So there's no excuse. So now we need to rewire to this new shift, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Wire where we can.
Yep. And I like how you put it into the new shift rather than just an era, because it takes a total shift now. It's not joking anymore. It's really not joking anymore.
So you see, I need a buddy to remind me, and I also remind her, because sometimes we can go back. I can go back to dreamland. No. You need to get back to reality, mate.
It's no longer where you're talking about March last year, right? We're just doing testing. Everything is just on testing mode.
We thought it was honestly like temporary, is it?
Yeah. Sorry. What temporary?
Sorry, you cannot get my face out of your face. Well, we're in this journey, we're in this journey.
Yep. And it's because of this, then a lot of things are made possible. Let's talk about what is made possible.
Okay.
Borderless.
No more hierarchical.
Yep. A total breakthrough into a business segment that we have never, ever seen, touched, work with.
You cannot go to LinkedIn and make an appointment with minister also, by the way. Yeah.
Yep.
No more bureaucracy, right?
Yep. Running a new territory, going strong in a new territory.
The other one is speed. Speed is essence. Everyone wants faster. You have it now.
And the other thing that you can really do is that those days, right, you can only travel to one place at any point in time.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you break your timetable to like, say, 2 hours each, right, you can travel to 4 places in a day for 8-hour working days. Literally. Which is great. Which is totally great.
I know of some who have 2 laptops, so they can go on 2 meetings at one time even.
Excuse me, are you talking about?
I wonder who, not me.
Yeah, you spoke about the I. Yes. Okay. Maybe it's me.
suppose it depends. Yeah.
It depends. It depends what that whole thing is
Seamless
about.
is amazing. I love the seamless, and we can talk to anybody anytime. Wow, just basically wake up and follow the timing.
And all in all, right, there's one more benefit. Potential earning.
Never have I dreamt that,
Borderless too.
that we could go into certain countries that we would never have gone in physically. We will be reaching to countries where our passports are not allowed to enter also.
That's one. And then the other thing is that being female business owners, be female solopreneurs some more, there are certain countries that we won't go in. I mean, whatever the reasons might be, like, for our family get worried and it's not the best thing that we should do. These days,
and
I don't have to fly.
Also, yeah. Being women, yeah, going into places where male-dominant countries that are now opening up to listen and open up, and that's amazing. Because what is the economy? Softer.
Do you think that we are talking softer now?
Softer economy?
Yeah.
The new era. Yeah. If you are in business and if you know how to maximize and capitalize on this, wow.
And I truly also believe that this pandemic makes a lot of parents entrepreneur or even female entrepreneur made possible. Why I say so is because you manage to take care of all areas of your life by working from home. You want to take certain off hours to pick your kids, you go pick your kids. You need to cook, you go cook. It's fabulous.
And also, we have opened the doors, the opportunity to some of the less opportunity, as in differently able, those who are in wheelchair, or those who may be blind, but they are very good in listening, in speaking. The opportunities have come for them.
Yep. And the fact that for those that's, like, for example, on wheelchair or they can't walk properly or whatever not that they are facing, these days, I only see this part of me.
That's right.
What can you say about, discrimination and all that?
Yeah.
Which is great. So there's a lot of benefits and there's lots of great things happening, even though we are at home. Minus the social bit, so we can hold on to that social bit a little bit, but things are as normal as anything.
So on Wednesday, we will share more nuggets of wisdom.
How to embrace this norm. How to embrace this shift.
How? Yeah.
How to leave the NOW.
Yes. So join us.
Yeah. Okay, have a great week.
Yes. Wherever you are all over the world.
Yes.
We will see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.